watching QTV this morning, and I am Jenna Bosonko, and I'm here with my amazing co-host Ibrahim Balde, as well as our newspaper review guest, Mr. Ade Drame. Good morning, gentlemen. How was your weekend?
Good morning. I had a quiet weekend. It's usually quiet, but this one was quieter than usual because I had a terrible sore throat. And so I wanted to rest, and I rested well. And I've noticed that Balde has my pen, so I'll be snatching it from him later. But it was a nice weekend. Thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah,
nice.
thank you.
How about you, Ibrahim?
Yes, I spent my whole weekend at the house. I can remember from the Tobaskiak style on Friday.
Yeah.
I went straight home, you know. I left the grounds around 4 a.m. So I went home, you know. Saturday I was home throughout. Sunday, except I went to the barber yesterday in the evening. Yeah, but I spent my whole weekend at home, you know, wifey cooking, eating.
I knew he was going to go
peeling
there.
some good mangoes. You know, it's mango season for us in the Gambia. So, you know, taking green tea, you know, I had a good time.
But how was yours, Jennifer? You haven't told us.
Mine, I had an assignment. I'm doing this course called Global Political Economy.
Okay.
So it's like some of those final courses that we're doing because I'm currently working on my thesis. But the assignment was a bit hard. So I spent hours and hours yesterday, starting from Saturday to yesterday, just working on it. So I didn't go out. I was just on that because today is the deadline. And then we're all supposed to, you know, go and submit. So it was just one of those horrible weekends, honestly. Horrible.
Sounds terrible.
Yes, it was. But anyway, we're wrapping up soon.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so what's the proverb, Ibrahim?
It reads, he who gossips with you will gossip about you.
Okay.
He who gossips with you will gossip about you. I mean, basically, I put this proverb here intentionally.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I mean,
interesting.
You know, to teach everybody. If you gossip, you know, with somebody, know that the person will gossip about you one day. You know, for me, basically, I don't care when people gossip about me because it doesn't change anything. But I'm just trying to teach people, you know, how bad it is to gossip. You understand? And you know, you can say good things about somebody, and that won't, and society, how it works today, the good things that you do for people, I mean, they won't reflect. I mean, people won't show those things. But one bad thing that happened accidentally, and they will try to haunt you with that forever. So it has to do with the society.
Yeah. So for me, when it comes to the issue of gossip, it's kind of a human behavior. Okay, it's psychological. Sometimes, you know, people gossip not because they have bad intentions, but it's just kind of automatic that everybody talks about everybody, you know, because sometimes we need to be honest about this issue of people talking about people. For me, the thing is, what is gossip?
Well, it says even
so it's subjective.
Yeah, but even in Islam, it says that if you gossip about your brother, it's like you're
eating his
That
meat.
is true.
His flesh.
That is true. But who is going to raise their hand and say, I've never gossiped anyone before? You can't sit here.
Even the man who put this thing here.
It depends.
Just allow me to learn.
Yeah.
Nobody can say, that's why you said it depends. That's why I said it's subjective. And it depends on the kind of gossip we're talking about. But nobody can raise their hand and say, oh, I've never talked about, allow me.
Mr.
Allow me, yes. Nobody can raise their hand and say completely, I've never gossiped, or I've never said something behind somebody's back. So it depends on exactly what you say behind somebody's back. For me, that is what it is. But to say completely, I'm clean, I will not accept that coming from anybody.
Balde, take it. It's back to you.
Well, it's man is not perfect.
Exactly.
You know, I've gossiped about people. I've gossiped about someone. You know, but at some point I've realized that, I mean, I think gossiping, it's something that one shouldn't do.
True.
It's wrong.
It's true.
You understand? Now I've taken that formula. If I talk about someone, you know, if the individual appears, I'll tell the individual, well, I've been saying this about you. You
Balde,
understand?
let's be honest.
I did that many a times.
He's thrown a challenge here now.
When I gossip about somebody, you know, I feel that sense of guilt.
That's why I said it depends. For me, I don't have a problem if people maybe gossip, but it's about the degree.
And it's
the gossip is, for example, if it's a lie, something that you make up or trying to defame me.
Well, that's a bad gossip.
That's what I'm. So what is a bad and a good gossip? Is there a good and a bad
talking
gossip?
about somebody when they're not there is not necessarily gossip. Gossip is a particularly kind of, it has a negative connotation.
Trying to portray a bad image of the individual.
Lying.
Yeah, but Mr. Ade, do you know, even saying things that are good about somebody and they are not real, it's gossip?
No.
And they are not real.
No, look up gossip.
No, even if
gossip.
Listen.
Look up gossip.
Even if
gossip has the negative element. You're defaming or lying.
You are talking. Once you start,
look, you both got your phones.
Listen,
go online.
Once you start talking about the individual, you understand. Now here, maybe our Facebook followers can help us.
If for example, if I went on, if you were not here and I said to somebody,
so this is it.
Please.
Casual or unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are not confirmed as being true. This is exactly what I said.
So if I said
not being confirmed.
If you're not here and I said you're the best presenter on QTV, you think that's gossip?
No, but I mean, in another way,
nobody would think that's gossip.
I am not the best presenter.
I just give us an example. I just give us an example. I'm not saying in the real world. We all know Geneva is. But the thing is, now
he is gossiping indirectly.
No, because who was given the award for at the Q, so at the Q Group Award. So that is a statement of fact.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I said that and Geneva wasn't here, that's not gossip.
But do you know? I can say Mr. Ade is the best driver, in the Q Group.
I mean, have you sat with everybody?
If I say this, okay, Mr. Ade is the best driver, while I know that is not the case, and I am saying it, what is that?
No, that's you just making an uninformed opinion.
Exactly.
Because you haven't sat in everybody's car, so you can't make something like that. But if you walked out of this room and I said,
what did it say?
What did it read?
It said making an unconfirmed
you have to open your mind
statement
about, be open-minded.
No, it is
about.
Open.
No,
it is.
He's trying to narrow this thing too much.
A matter. Listen,
that's not going to make
gossip.
sense.
It's a matter of how everybody, perceived it. You understand? For me, I believe. If you are to gossip someone, even if what you are saying, it's not bad, but it is not true. You are gossiping the individual.
So the gossip is basically there has to be an element of. If the person is aware, the person's going to get hurt.
Yeah, quite.
Okay, but if there's a good remark, like you said, an opinion, the person's never going to get hurt. The person's going to be, this person even loves me. Because maybe they are bragging about me behind my back, which naturally everybody wants.
Because normally, if you said gossip, I don't think anybody would take it in a positive spin.
There's no
Valde
positive.
Is trying to give it.
It's
There's
not even
positive
possible.
About
it's
gossip.
Not possible.
It's a negative, it's a pejorative term. If you say somebody is a gossip, you're not praising them.
You're not praising
them. You say,
them.
He's such a gossip.
Yeah.
That's not praise.
Either you're defaming the individual, you have something bad to say about the individual. It has to be that element of negativity.
But I'm glad you chose it because it stimulated.
We will make a follow-up. I think we'll make a follow-up. I will make a special follow-up to other people too. What actually gossip is. You understand? And we will come back to this platform.
Gossip is negative.
I don't think it's necessarily negative.
Them, but just say to them, what do you understand by gossip?
Yes, I don't think it's necessarily negative.
But generally, for somebody to raise their hand and say, I don't gossip, I don't think so. No matter what, you said something behind somebody's back that you can't say in front of them.
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Yes, it's not possible.
It's just kind of a human behavior. It's just a matter of how you control it, to limit it. If people come to talk to you about someone, you can put up a deliberate policy to kind of limit it, but to say you can't do it at all, the temptations are there. You can't.
Well, the problem is, you try to live in that manner of gossiping people all the time. Maybe some people will gossip for some time and stop. You understand? They won't gossip for a very long time. But some people every time, in fact, they have a particular place where they call parliament. That's where they
gossip
sit and gossip. But among men and women, who gossip more?
Men.
Mr. Ade, I am disappointed.
I'm breaking a taboo here.
No, I am totally disappointed, Mr. Ade.
No. Look, for centuries.
No, we are disowning you, Mr. Ade.
For centuries, men have supported the lie that women gossip more than men. As a man, I can tell you, men gossip as much or even more than women, but we've never owned it. We've always let women take the blame. Trust me, as a man, I'm saying this on camera, on record. No, because we've convinced women that they gossip more than men, but they don't.
No, but to be realistic, women gossip more than men.
No, what's the evidence?
No. Well, it's everywhere.
No. Okay, tell me something substantial.
No, I cannot tell you.
No, because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings past. But the next time it happens, and it's in your presence, I will remind you. Believe me, men gossip as much as women. But we brush it off, you know, like, oh, women, they always gossip. Trust me, men to men, we gossip like mad. Believe it.
At least you are here to tell the truth.
No, I will admit it, because men don't want to own it.
They don't want to own up to it.
We let women take it, and we kind of seek, whilst we're gossiping there, even as we are gossiping about some woman, we're busy saying women gossip more than men. It's fakery. It's complete fakery.
Men gossip.
Trust me.
As much. Mr. Ade, really?
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate the honesty.
Many to check that.
I don't have that energy to defend myself now, because I mean
many to check themselves. The next time they're gossiping, they need to realize that what they're doing is gossiping.
Mr. Ade, I would like you to
And you know what? Women gossip is very subtle. Like, it's all about, you know, beauty stuff, men's, like, maybe, for example, you know, relationships.
No, that is not the case. You dip into people's affairs.
They'll
tell you things that you don't even want to know.
Really? And men don't do that?
But you know, women gossip more.
No, I don't agree with that.
Let's agree. All right, so let's take a break.
Let's
go and relax.
Yeah, and when we come back, the program continues.
If we can have the QCell Arts, I'm told Opticalia is no more with us for now.
Yeah, for now, but hopefully they'll be back.
Let's go 5G!
Forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G Internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G Internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
The future is now with QCell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell brings you the future with our ultimate bundles. Enjoy the best voice and data bundle plans in one package. Get unlimited data packages with flexible validity and enjoy what true internet feels like. Get 30 minutes of on-net and off-net calls with 5 gigabytes of data for just $350. Or get bigger bundle packages from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes with over 100 on-net and off-net voice calls and enjoy the fastest internet speed in the Gambia. You can also buy 1-day, 3-day or even 7-day packages and enjoy unlimited data bundles with uncapped speeds. Just dial *343# today and experience the limitless capabilities of the QCell network. *343# should be your favorite code to dial now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford. And now we bring you the new Peugeot Model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system, start and stop button, rear parking assistance system, reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with speed limit, LED daytime running lights, front and side airbags, 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espace Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-2222 or 353-4444.
Welcome back from that break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning, and I'm Jenna Bosonko from the Gossip.
We were having a very interesting...
Well, I think I'm receiving messages from people.
Okay, and what are they saying?
Someone said, I don't believe in gossip. I believe, you know, to stand by the truth and say the truth exactly.
Guys.
Without fear or favor. Even when the truth entails difficulty, I will say the truth.
Mr. Ade.
Everybody says that. They
Mr. Ade, you know what? I want people to be honest. And
people never are.
People are never. Like, just
I don't know
with this, I don't know who this person is, and I'm not attacking the person.
Quite,
but let us be honest to each other. When it comes to issues like this, everybody wants to stand out as the person who's very truthful. But to say, I have never gossiped before, or I will never, ever, ever, is a problem. So the issue is, there are people who do not, you know, meddle into other people's businesses. Yeah. I know people who do not. They're not interested the moment you come and talk about other people. But the temptation is always there to, like, engage in those conversations. For example, between a husband and a wife, for example, you know, that tight relationship, and you expect that they're not going to talk about other people. That's part of gossip.
Quite.
So what is this person talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's something. It's something to go along with the sentiments there. It's something to fight against. To say I will try not to do it.
Yes.
But if anybody says I've never done it or I will never do it,
it's a problem.
Then you're superhuman.
You are superhuman. So I'm happy when people are, like, honest about these things, because it's important that we are. I'm not going to raise my hand to say I've never gossiped before, because I have.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's
and you dare not.
No, try and avoid it as much as possible.
That's the advice.
Well, you know, sometimes too, gossips come at a time that you don't even realize it.
That's the thing.
You understand? You
it
say
just
something.
Slides.
You say something about Mr. Ade that you don't realize. Although I've never said anything about it.
I'm sure you have.
You know?
But you know, when I was a manager in the UK, I had a team of 20 that I managed. And when we wanted to gossip about our managers, we would close the door and we would hang a sign that said meeting in progress.
Exactly.
And whoever was starting the gossip always had to say, with the same words, I want to tell you all a story. And then they would, and it became like our little joke, you know. Sometimes we were just talking about our managers, our bosses. We weren't really having a meeting, but nobody would enter once they saw the sign outside saying meeting in progress. And most times we would lock the door anyway. And we would, you know, gossip away. And one year I went on holiday to Sierra Leone. And because there was one manager that I used to clash with all the time, he wanted to get me sacked. And so I went away for 4 weeks. And he called my staff together and he said, don't tell Ade that I've had this conversation with you, that I want to replace him as your boss, you know. And within 5 minutes of me arriving back from holiday, my staff called me and told me exactly everything this guy had said to them. And so they said, when you go into your meeting, so just so you're prepared, you know, he's thinking of, and interestingly enough, I stayed and he ended up leaving.
But gossip, I mean, what about Mr. Ade?
So that's it.
Even if what you are saying,
Balde, don't go there.
It's true.
About what? People?
About an individual.
About an individual.
That's gossip, we all agree.
No, I don't agree. That's your definition.
Don't say we all agree. Even if what you are saying is true about the individual.
No.
Mr. Ade.
No.
Okay, now Mr. Ade is to
look. I don't think we will. I don't think we will ever agree on this because that's a definition that you believe in, and it's one that I
universally accepted definition.
I think gossip is a negative thing.
Yes,
always.
That's it.
Always.
The negativity has to be there.
Because stealing the money is negative.
You can never.
Because it's clearly stated. Conversational reports about other people, typically involving details that are not confronted being true.
If I tell, okay, now, Janaba, Mr. Ade sneaked into Malik's office and stole some sugar.
Is it true?
If
it's
what
true,
about
if it's true, then it's fine.
Then it's fine.
Is that not gossip?
According to
I'm gossiping about you because once you hear that, you won't like it. And it's gossip.
Yeah, but it's something negative as well.
No, people, you have to be open-minded.
No,
Mr. Ade, you people need to be open-minded.
No, you are not trying to be. You don't want to be.
All right, so let's
So
proceed.
it's all based on rumor.
Yes.
Yeah, according to
well, of course.
The definition. It's something some rumor about somebody's personal affairs or others, and you cannot confirm it. You cannot have the authority to say this happened. The moment you can't do that, then it's gossip because you're not sure about
where did you get that from?
Excuse me?
Where did you get it from?
She's online.
Online. I mean, doesn't mean anything online is correct and authentic.
Nobody's saying, but if you go to a dictionary, dictionaries have definitions. And
this is the dictionary definition.
So, because you can write your own, you can write your own dictionary.
You can write your own dictionary.
If you disagree.
But obviously, it has to go through what dictionaries are not published.
Are you sure all the dictionaries went through the right process?
Well, the ones at least I know about, and this is Cambridge.
Cambridge.
Yes, Cambridge, Longman, all these dictionaries, Longman, Cambridge, they went through processes.
It means Cambridge is perfect.
Listen.
Balde,
it's written by humans.
No, I mean,
it's written by humans, Mr. Ade, but it's obviously gone through processes, proofreading and everything.
And people challenge it.
Some there can be mistakes.
Balde, the way Mr. Ade, sometimes Balde, the way he...
No,
Mr. Ade, you're encouraging this on this program.
The way people think.
Really?
They want us to think like that. For me, I'm not thinking the way you are, okay?
Well,
sometimes
evidently.
you can make mistakes, all right? So I think you have your own way of saying things. I have my own way of thinking.
That's it. So that's why...
It's not me. It's the way I'm seeing the bigger picture. It's the bigger picture, Jeremy, for me.
Anyway, moving on.
Seeing today, a picture, I'm not sure
moving on the gossip issue. Today is International Child Labor Day.
That's right.
And... although the laws are there, we see the laws that are there, but whenever you move around, you see, children begging, even if children are selling, they're begging at the same time. And then, the age when it comes to children who are supposed to sell, playtime, all of these things are considered. Children, are also exposed to sexual and gender-based violence, when they sell, because most of the time, they're selling for a plate of $100 maybe. Somebody can just come and buy everything and say, oh, let's, go to a corner or something and even give you an extra $100.
I mean, what I would like to see would be some National Assembly member or members take it up as a crusade to say that during my time in the National Assembly, I will fight to eradicate. We have all the laws there, but like almost every law passed in the Gambia, they're not enforced. They're not implemented. They're just there gathering dust on the shelves. For me, a lot of what we see in Parliament is a waste of time, honestly. They pass these laws, they pat themselves on the back, and nobody does anything. You look at the laws about child labor and so on, they're all there. It's not like we have to invent anything. But anywhere you go, you can walk from here to traffic light, I don't know, 500 meters or whatever. You'll see children working who are not supposed to be working.
Right.
They're meant to be in school, But so nobody, I would love to see a National Assembly member or members take it up as their crusade that before I leave or before I stand again, I will make sure that these laws are implemented. Their laws are there already. But let's see that they are implemented. I think everybody's scared of taking any action, and I mean everybody, because they realize that these children, they earn money for their families. And so if you stop them, the parents will say, well, what are you going to replace it with?
Yeah.
And so that's why we don't take any action.
But that's not even an excuse.
But that's the excuse.
You know, days like this, in as much as we reflect on, oh, it's Labor Day, Child Labor Day, we're focusing on the child, but also thumbs up to parents who make the big sacrifices, or even if it's not a big sacrifice, they recognize that it is their responsibility when they bring a child into this world to feed the child, educate the child, clothe the child. So you can see how parents sometimes are selling from morning to evening, ensuring that they send their children to school, understanding that it's an investment to like send your child to school to ensure that they're educated, you know, they dress well, they play, they do everything at their own expense because they brought the child into the world. The child did not ask to come.
Of course.
So
I think unless parents start seeing it as a responsibility
they need to.
have
It's
children,
not even a
then we will never get
It's not
there.
even an option.
Some people think just having children and saying, I've got 5, 6, 10 children.
I don't get it.
Big deal. What condition are your children in? You know,
I don't get it.
You know, they don't.
Exactly.
They need to. People need to
Mr.
look
Ade,
at
you
that.
know what?
Well,
People have kids in Africa unplanned.
Trust me.
And that is the scariest thing. They just have kids.
It's
like
in the UK.
kids. Like you have kids today, you have kids tomorrow, you have kids. Without even, they don't even sit for a second to plan the life of the child. The children you brought into the world first, do they have bank accounts? Do they have maybe insurance, for example? But all you're concerned about is that you have kids and you can point at them and say, these are the those kids did not ask to come. You brought them.
Well, unfortunately, what we have in the society, it's important. There are parents that are taking good care of their children.
Of course.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
That's true.
But among all those, parents that are bringing children into this world, when you look at it, when it is percentage, I can tell you 75 or 65% of them are not doing what they are supposed to do.
Well, some serious statistics.
You talked about, okay, they are busy selling, you know, to make sure they stand for their kids. But I'll tell you, most of them today, some of them are selling, but not to take care of their children. Some of them are busy, you know, doing certain things. Busy, you know, maybe you have events for you to spend on events, you understand? While your child doesn't even have a very good uniform to go to school.
Exactly.
You know, we have all those things here, you know, and I think that should change. Children should be taken care of. I mean, if you know how sweet kids are, you know, you need to take care of them as parents.
Of course. I mean, people always used to say to me, you only have one son? As if, you know, I should have...
It's a crime.
Like it's a crime, but myself and my siblings. I was just thinking. I was just thinking the other day. Myself and my siblings. But myself and my siblings, we all only have one child each. Funny enough, and I love children. I mean, you know, so you know, it would have been. But would it have been? Is
that an
fair?
agreement or you?
No, I was just thinking about it the other day, and it's just a coincidence.
But Mr.
that we
Ade,
only have one child each.
For me, it's okay because you know what? It's quality for me over quantity.
Of course.
Because you can have a bunch of kids and because they don't have the correct parenting, as a parent you don't have the time to look after them. And you know what? Taking care of a child is beyond what parents think it is.
I have 2 aunts. One has 8 children, one has 9. I don't know how they manage.
Exactly.
But they manage somehow.
Well, Mr. Ade, but the issue is those people, maybe they have the financial muscle. For example,
and I think the wider support of the family.
Exactly. Well, and you know what?
Sometimes
the money has to be there. For example, are you doing a job that covers the insurance of all of your kids when it comes to health? Are you doing a job that covers school fees? Because you're going to take them to public schools, maybe. Because you know what? You don't have the money. Maybe if you had to, you can take them to better schools.
Nowadays, they send them all to private schools. They had the money.
They had the money, but the average Gambian, they will have a bunch of kids, and the education will not, they will take you to a nearby corner school. That way the curriculum is not even good because they don't have the money to take you to a proper school.
Well, I have seen families that, you know, they are of, like, maybe the parents have almost 10 kids, you understand? And I can tell you, you know, almost all their children are responsible and they went to very good schools.
That's what I'm
and the family is not a wealthy family, you know, but it's how the parents, stood for those children to become responsible people. Although they went to public schools, But today, I can tell you most of them are handling very high positions through.
But that is just one.
I have seen families that they have only 2 kids, and they are very wealthy families, and the kids, at the end of the time became very useless.
That is true.
We have seen all that. So it's a matter of how the parent is going to stand.
And I think that's what
we're
talking about. We're talking about the responsibility.
You can have kids and they be useless.
But at least the thing is, that is not any way to measure that example.
No, it depends.
Wow, it's not like
even if you have only a kid, one kid, and you have all the wealth, you have all the things to take the kid to school. If the parent is not, if there is no proper parenting, I mean, except and until that child have that intellect, I mean, to take care of himself.
But the bottom line is, parents have to take their responsibility and plan how they bring children into this world.
When you are financially strong, it's just going to help the child. It's going to help the child. It's going to build him a brighter future tomorrow. It's a foundation.
But I think it's important to teach your children morals as well. It's not always about money. And, myself and my siblings, we always thanked our parents, because my father, although he was quite wealthy, he didn't spend his money on us necessarily. And I mean this, he used to take us at the end of the month in the car, and he'd go around to poor people's houses and give them money to pay their rent, pay their school fees, buy uniforms for their children, rather than give us that money to buy the latest toys or the latest gadgets. He was trying to teach us a lesson that money is not what's going to make you happy. It's the atmosphere in the house, the morals that your parents pass on to you,
I agree
and
with
those
that.
things. And that was a lesson we all learned from them. So even though when we were very, very young, we used to resent it because all our friends whose parents weren't even earning as much as my dad, they would have all the latest toys and gadgets, and we didn't. And we're like, well, why don't And it was like, look, you have a library at home. These kids don't.
Exactly.
That's what's important. It's not about the latest.
That's expensive, the library, the books. That's even more expensive.
And that was the lesson he was trying to teach us. So, you find us every evening, we'd be stuck with our faces in an encyclopedia, trying to cram 10 pages and test each other. But for us, it was fun. But we didn't have the latest toys, the latest gadgets.
And Mr. Ade, how many parents take their time to homeschool their children? They don't homeschool. They will not homeschool. Like, when they're done at school, when they come, there's no homeschooling. That's part of parenting.
Well,
if you didn't do your homework, you couldn't watch TV, for example.
Some parents do it. For me, actually, I do it all the time. I call my kids, look at their books, I do that.
And you say, where's your homework?
I tell them, bring your results, let me check. Bring your past papers, let me check.
You're not supposed to tell them, bring your results. You're supposed to go to the school to collect their results.
Yesterday,
even
yesterday,
well,
there was something that I was looking at my first son's, question paper. You understand? And I was questioning him, why did you get this one wrong? You understand?
Okay.
I saw the marks. He got it's a good one.
Right.
It's a good one.
Okay.
But I did not, question him on those things. I didn't tell him, oh, you did well. But I was questioning him on the wrong one.
Okay.
Why did you get this one wrong? You understand? So we do that all the time. And I can see their mom also does that.
It's very important.
You understand? So we are coming up. If at all we do this to our children, they will do it to their kids too as well tomorrow.
It's normal.
And many schools have parent-teacher associations. And when we were doing a conference here in the Gambia in 2018, I went around and I spoke to the teachers and I said, how many parents attend these parent-teacher association meetings? And they said very few. They were very disappointed.
I think the women are very good.
The women are very good. And also, we have to take this opportunity to give a thumbs up to all women on this day who actually are selling. Women, you go to Sarakunda market, it's the women selling. You go to, different Tanje, all these fish landing sites, majority of the people there are women. And they're trying to ensure that with that money, they take their kids to school and they're not using their kids to actually be out selling and then they'll be exploited. So we have to give a thumbs up to the women.
To be realistic, the women are moving this nation.
They are.
Not to be very honest. On this one, I will agree.
Well,
but Right? Number one is women.
Gossip? That's not.
Gossip is women.
Gossip is a general thing. It's not gender.
It's a thing.
It's not gender based. It's a thing. But anyway, Mr. Ade, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure. And yet again, they didn't bring our newspapers.
Yeah, but
hey,
we just,
maybe tomorrow.
amazing conversation anyway.
Yes, indeed. And thanks to Balde for that, because he specifically chose
to bring the gossip
that gossip thing.
Yeah, but so just to remind him, there's nothing like I have supernatural powers. All you can say is, I am careful, I mind my business a lot. But imagine how close a husband and a wife are.
They like gossiping.
They gossip, but there's nothing, there's no gossip. That's even better than the gossip between a husband and a wife.
That's a sweet gossip.
A husband and a wife gossip.
Yeah, they gossip. Especially when they are in good terms. When they are in good terms.
They'll be like, do you remember this? They gossip. That's just it. Maybe they actually mean no harm. It just happens.
Sometimes
if it stays between the two of them, of course there's no harm.
And that's the beautiful part. Most of the time it does, because it's husband and wife.
But as Balde says, if you start building Kabudu in the corner and gossiping about, did you see Jennifer Sonko on this morning? Then that's
But anyway, people gossiping about you is even a good thing. Most of the time when people talk about you, it means there's some advancement. Yeah. When people do not talk about a specific individual, it means that person has nothing to show for, has nothing special. But when everybody is on your case,
I don't know whether it was Oscar Wilde who said that the worst thing about being the thing, it's worse not being talked about than being talked about.
I want to be talked about.
And he wanted to be talked about, obviously.
I wanted to be talked about. I want to be talked about too.
Ibrahim,
you want to be talked about too?
Yeah.
Talk about, baby. Yes. That just brings advancement.
That's natural.
Yes, in fact,
people will talk about you. I mean, no matter what, they'll talk about you. If people don't talk about you,
be worried, Mr. Ade. You have to be worried if people do not talk about you.
Then this means, I mean, you are not making improvements. You are
useless. Not progressing.
You are dead.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for people to talk about me.
Well, is there a situation where people talk about you and you find them talking about you?
Well, I think I don't
know.
But he's a manager, for example.
But I don't know if it was on this program.
But that's simple.
He's a manager,
but I think it was on this program where I mentioned an incident that happened where in London we were doing the 50th anniversary of Sierra Leone's thing, and this guy thought I was being a dictator because they wanted all these ridiculous things, and I was against them and so on. And so for once I arrived late for the meeting, and I stood at the back of the hall and I let the meeting carry on. I was listening, and I then heard this guy, I don't know why all of you agree with this Ade Darami. If he was here, I would tell him to his face that he's being a dictator and he's being this. And I said, well, I'm here.
Oh my God, that must have been embarrassing.
It's like, oh.
Sorry.
And funny enough, we become good friends after that. Because I said, okay. Because what I realized was that he wasn't the only one who thought that.
Okay.
But he was the only one who voiced it.
Who was vocal about it.
And so I stood in front of them and I said, look, let me explain why I've taken these decisions. I'm trying to save us from embarrassment.
Yeah.
For example, a company wanted to give us about £20,000 to put on a really good, fantastic something, an exhibition and this and that for the 50th. And they said, no, give us the money. We want to have a dance. I'm like, what? 50th anniversary of independence and all you want to do is dance? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Those were the things. And I turned it down.
Okay. I said, they were like, are they the dictator?
The dictator and all this stuff. And they also wanted me to approach Mercedes-Benz to get them to donate a Mercedes-Benz vehicle.
And then who's going to use the Mercedes-Benz, please?
They were going to do a raffle, and somebody was going to win it.
Okay.
I'm like, nah, this is embarrassing.
Okay.
I can't go to Mercedes.
Well, we've just received a message from Don Williams in Farah.
The Don.
The Don himself.
On the gossip topic.
Don Dada.
He said, no, I think parenting. Women are selling to take care of their kids at the home, okay? In Don's voice. Most of the males need to improve. Can you come with a topic, responsible parenting, please?
Oh, that's a good...
Don Williams, we see you.
We see you over here, and thank you for watching. And responsible parenting.
Well, you're supposed to be on the program.
Yeah, shortly.
On phone call.
But Mr. Ade, thank you so much for joining us
today. A pleasure,
today.
as always.
Gossip.
Gossip. I'll go upstairs and gossip about you too now.
Yeah. So we'll just go for a short break. And when we come back, we'll be discussing the
Public Health
Awareness Week. All right, so we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Do your banking the smart way with the new Ajibank mobile app. Transfer money to any bank account in the Gambia. Top up airtime for all networks. Pay utility bills. Check your account balance and view mini statements. Request for ATM cards. Request for checkbooks and more in a single touch. So, do your banking in a smart way. Do your banking now with Ajibank mobile app. Every time is banking time. Ajibank, your investment partner. You asked for it, and QCell is giving it to you with our new and improved Sunyu Bundle Mega Promo. Now you can get more data at cheaper prices. Buy any of our bundle packages and enjoy massive discounts. Dial *303# and enjoy browsing on the network with the biggest coverage. Buy a 20 megabytes data bundle for as low as $7 and 50 bottles today, or purchase bigger bundles up to 20 gigabytes. Yes, that's right, 20 gigabytes of data at your fingertips. With our mega promo bundles, you can browse more, chat longer, and stay connected on the go, anytime, anywhere. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV This Morning, and I'm Jennifer Sonko. So up next, we will be talking about the National Public Health Awareness Week, and we're joined by Sona Dabo from the Ministry of Health. Thank you so much for joining us. So, Sona, what should we expect during this week?
Jennifer, thank you for having me here this morning. So we are going to expect a lot of things from this week-long event. To give you just a tip of the iceberg, the week is designed basically to create awareness in the minds of the general population about the different interventions that public health officers do, and to increase the demand for the acceptance too as well on the interventions that we do on public health issues. So one of the things that we are looking at from the week-long event, it's a community engagement that we'll be doing across the length and breadth of the country. So this will range from career guidance and counseling in senior secondary schools, depending on the region that is doing that. We will, of course, engage on defaulter tracing and immunization of, let's say, parents that are not going to the hospital for immunizations. We will also be doing active case search of public health important diseases like measles, febronias, and other diseases that would pose a threat to the lives of the general public. So in the week again, we're looking at a very interesting thing we call the public health fair. Just like the trade fair, the public health fair will bring in the different units of public health at the Youth Monument in Westfield, wherein we will display several services that we offer to the people, ranging from immunization, registration of births and deaths, and you name them.
Nice.
Yeah.
And also, the rainy season is coming. Are you focusing on any maybe food, gutters,
so
or health awareness when it comes to
rainy
season?
The event has partners, and FSQA is one of them. So when you look at the food aspect, FSQA that is their mandate. So we will be having some food handler screening and certification for those that sell at schools and even on the street. Then they will also be giving awareness on how to handle food at home level and all whatnot. So also we'll be having the vector control unit to come and discuss with the public on what to do, especially during the rainy season. And they will also discuss with them on what to do or where to go to if they need any form of fumigation of their premises and all that. Then they will also be giving out bed nets for malaria control and all that. Yeah.
So is this something decentralized, the celebration? You know, it's an awareness week. The Combo is not the only, you know, place affected by public health related matters. So how decentralized is this?
So it's actually decentralized for the fact that it's a one-week thing. So in the first day, we will have a press conference to let the general population know this is what we plan on doing and how the activities will fall. Then the second day, which is the one we design as the community engagement day. So this community engagement would be across the country. Every region have public health officers in different health facilities. So these public health officers in the different health facilities would be engaging their different communities in all the regions. Then they will travel down to Combo here on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, we will have the public health fair. Then they will join the teams in Combo here. We will discuss lots of issues. Then on Friday, we will have what we call a seminar, sort of, but it's going to be like a panel discussion that will be hosted. It's called an intergenerational dialogue on the theme that we propose for this year's celebration.
So what's the locally proposed theme?
So for the team, we're looking at recovering from COVID-19 pandemic, of course, the most recent pandemic, the lessons learned and the role of a motivated public health practitioner to mitigate future pandemics to come.
What are the things that are of more concern to you people when it comes to all these things that you mentioned here?
So one of the most important things that we want to note as a concern is for us to really understand what lessons we've learned as a cadre from the most recent pandemic. Because we realized that it came at a time that most of our activities were stopped, and most of the services we were giving to people were kind of stopped. And that is even why we decided to put our team around the COVID-19. So what lessons did we learn, and how best do we plan for future pandemics so that we were not caught unaware and we will be able to contain whatever the country might be faced with?
Well, let's clarify this. I mean, I hope it's not just going to be coming together, having fun, and go without anything to take home.
No, that's not the aim of the Public Health Awareness Week. I mean, one of the things is to, of course, promote unionism among members of the association. But the main idea is for us to sell the agenda, to create awareness in the minds of the people about the services that we offer. You know, this way we are going to create awareness in the minds of the people to understand that public health, it's there for the health of the people. And we cannot do this in the absence of the people. Therefore, for them to come to the facilities, for us to give their children vaccines, they need to understand what vaccines we even give their children, what importance it has on them, and what impact it would have on them. Because public health, it's all about preventing diseases and promoting life and prolonging life as well. But how best do we do this if the people that we are offering these services to are not understanding what services we are giving them? That is where we want to create the demand for our services in the minds of the people. What
are the main challenges that you have when it comes to, I mean, rolling out your services as public health officers?
So the challenges can be numerous actually. But one thing that we would want to underline here is in terms of transportation. Because you would realize that we have catchment areas for each of the public health officers we have in the Ministry of Health. But mind you, I just wanted to put our minds on something here. Not all public health officers are working with the Ministry of Health. We have others that are outside Ministry of Health, maybe a soldier, some are lawyers, some are working with the UN agencies and all that. So for the Ministry of Health aspect, because that is where I am working on, and I'll be able to specifically highlight that for some public health officers in the communities to, let's say, embark on defaulter tracing, for example, it will require that you use transportation to go into the communities and visit them from one house to the other. So this has become a challenge because most of them are not mobile, and you cannot get to the communities to give them the services that you want to give them if you're not mobile. So that's one. Two, it's the capacity that they have at their level. Let's say you have 2 or 3 public health officers in one office and you're expected to do immunization, you're expected to go on environmental inspection, you're also expected to do school health.
Constraint.
Exactly. So you realize that some of your activities would be forgone for some reason until maybe even if it will be done, but it will be limited because the capacity is not there for you. So that is why we're even embarking on the school career guidance and counseling, so that students at the senior school would have the passion to embark on the public health career.
Yes. Okay, I accept that until if there is money. I mean, you know, now we all going for the money. And
yeah, but not everyone.
And I learned that your field, I mean, doesn't have money, does it?
I mean, in the Gambia, what
public health dégg naa léegi ñëpp foofu la ñoo dem de man sax dama bëgg study public health dégg naa
amut xaalis de
public health xaalis bi ñoo ko amee
Gando dégg naa foofu gars dañ war a yokk xaalis bi du noonu
gis nga si medical field bi waa public health xoolal léegi koo fi gis bàyyi nga xel benn trend bu am Gambia da ngaa gis man sa xaaral ma dem study ci public health because foofu noonu nii ak nii there's a trend, there's something hidden du ko wax nag
man daal xam naa ne moom waaw loo amul xaalis moom
xoolal public health dafa am benn secret bu fa nekk te du fi soxna du fi musa toog wax la ko waaw wala déedéet
waaw xam nga ne
non mu ne non
xam nga xam nga ne man
seen secret bi xam nañ ko public health xaalis rek la ñam
bu ma doon dem school dama study science ba grade 12 Jenaba dama am yoon nii pour dem Venezuela with my friends pour study medicine
nga daw
you know waaye man daal mënuma understand so man docteur bu daw laa nii you know docteur bu daw laa so xam nga waaye bu nekkee ne xaalis bi nekku fa rek nañ yokkal xaalis bi tam mu gën a bari pour liggéey bi mun a dox du noonu
so it's not just about public health here. Wow, we know that in the Gambia you do work for the passion, but if you want to attach money to it, obviously everybody will run away from it.
waaye lu tax léegi the trend mu yokku. Why is it that you talk to a lot of people? I'm not a degree bidder. Why am I saying you public health? Hanga public health legi halis before for like. I've heard a lot of people say that.
It's the work that is there. It's the work. I mean, you work with the community, you work with the rural people.
Work with the community.
It's the passion that we have. I mean, it's so important for you to promote somebody's health at the end of the day. The reward that you have is greater. So you cannot compare that with the money that you get.
I know this is what Sohna will say. I'm fine.
Yeah, but actually, no, it's important. Sometimes, you know, you do things because of humanity. Important. Why it's important to look at the other side.
Yeah, but man, public health. I can assure you for sure. Wow. Public health. Man, I interact with a lot of people, and they tell me clearly.
Wow.
Studying early. For example, nursing, studying a nursing, why hanga public health league, how malana faneka, the madam uti public health league tamit. Wahumako de maninya makowa. Then tamit mom come ni malako head. Famous public health ambaga.
They are taking good care of you.
Public health actually exposes people to a lot of opportunities.
Jen?
Yeah, so it's not just, again, I will repeat, it's not just about the monetary aspect.
But the exposure.
The exposure, exactly. And it's a good feeling, Dal, because it has a lot of things in it. It's public health that will expose you to, let's say, food. It's public health that will expose you to pharmacology. It's public health that will also expose you to a lot of issues like disease prevention. That's why I said you have public health officers that are in the Gambia, but they're not even working for the Ministry of Health.
Wow.
Others are lawyers. We're doing public health law and enforcement. You have others that are working with the UN agencies as gender specialists. And these are all packages that public health can offer.
Exactly. So see,
it's not just about the money.
This is it.
But
anyway.
They have public health that are even doing journalism at the end of the day because they want to promote health.
Desensitization.
Exactly. Wow. So you're looking at health communication and all that.
Maybe journalism background areas, public health, agriculture, academia.
It's just that in Gambia.
Do you have partners that you're partnering right now for this Public Health Awareness Week?
Yes, we have. Interestingly, QCell is one of the partners.
Oh, the mighty 5G! Yes.
It's a 5G week.
Yes.
5G.
So we're also partnering with FSQA and Dino's Curation. They did all our communication materials for us. And we're also partnering with another media, of course, that is doing our documentaries and
nice, amazing.
Yeah, but because
media house is that?
African Renaissance TV.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so because we started a bit late, partnership was not really something that we achieved a lot on. Yeah, but we're still going to employ people to come on. Yeah, come on board, and then we see how best we can celebrate this week for the betterment of the Gambia.
All right, thank you so much, Sohna.
Thank you.
So hopefully, off camera, you tell me lu nekk ci biir public health. So ko defee man tamit ma ñëw def public health. Ma study public health ma tekki man bëgg naa tekki de yow.
Tekki dafa war.
Tekki dafa.
Time bi jot na.
Bëgg naa tekki daal man num si munti mel bëgg naa tekki.
Time bi moo jot, time bi romb na.
Yal nañu Yàlla dimbale rek. Loolu la ñoo wax. But we go for a short break, and when we come back, we're supposed to have a phone conversation with Don Williams in relation to cleansing exercise that happened in Farafenni, drainage. We all know the rainy season is coming, and with that, obviously, you know, there are a lot of cleaning exercises that will come on as expected. So we'll be right back.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we're entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G Internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G Internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
The future is now.
Rainfall is expected between the 8th and 28th of June, according to the Meteorological Office. Last year, the Gambia experienced heavy rains and strong winds, which caused flash flooding, claiming lives and destroying properties. This is blamed on not only the impact of climate change, but also the poor drainage system in the Gambia. In Farafenni, vendors are using the space on top of the newly constructed drainage to display and sell their goods. For others, it is an ideal place to dump their waste. Ash Toure complained about garbage which is gathered but not collected by the authorities.
We clean the garbage and keep it here, but it's not being collected. We pay donkey cart owners $50 or $100 every day. If it's not collected within 2 days, the whole place becomes dirty.
Mahmoud Drame, a shop owner, also complained.
The drainage system is good because if it rains, we can go about our businesses and the place is not flooded. We are glad about that. The problem is that the garbage keeps piling up all the time.
Silfo Sankare, the president of Farafenni Vendors Committee, also added his voice.
Farafenni is a rapidly growing town. So as a result, more people have ventured into business. And then there is not enough space for all of them in the market. This is why if you see around the highway, some people are occupying this space. Last week, I went around with one elder from one shop to the other to make sure that all those who put that unwanted thing inside the train, let them remove it as soon as possible.
Malik Samba is the councillor-elect of Farafenni Ward.
At certain points or areas, you can see a bulk of garbage within the drainage. And this needs an immediate action, because if this is not taken care of, it may cause a blockage when the rain comes. So as a councillor-elect, I want to come up with my own initiative to mobilize people, especially those who work around those areas or those who are selling along the side of the roads, to come out and clear this with immediate effect.
It's good to see that communities are coming up with their own local initiatives ahead of the rainy season, which is projected to be either between the 8th of June to the 28th of June. So Don Williams is on the line. Don, you've already contributed on the program, so you know it's good that you started it with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Don, can you hear me?
Hello, Don. Good morning. Hello, Don. How are you?
I think he's having some internet issues there. But like I said, yes, it's a good thing that, you know, communities are thinking ahead of the rainy season.
Hello?
Don is
yes,
back.
Don, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, Geneva.
All right,
good morning.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. So tell us more about, you know, the efforts in Farafenni there ahead of the rainy season.
Yes, I can hear you. Actually, yeah, just as you said, the drainage, as the report goes, is that people are using the drainage as place to put their wares to sell. I mean, and then they dump garbage there, and in fact, they are also using it as a praying ground. Use it when it's time to pray. That's there. They use it as a praying ground, but which I believe that should not be the practice, because the purpose of the drainage is to allow water to pass. Even if it's not rainy season, I don't think they should be using it as drainage. People need to change their attitude towards that.
Don, can you hear us?
Hello, I can hear you, Geneva. Hello.
Yes, can you hear us now? I was just, you know, talking about.
I can hear you.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Don, can you hear us?
Yes. Okay. As I said, go ahead.
Yes. So I was just asking the efforts, because we also saw that you interviewed the councillor-elect in the area and all of that. So I was just asking that you take us through the efforts.
Yeah. Talking about the efforts or whatever, because I'm not seeing any kind of activity in cleaning at the head of the councillor. Let me see what the councillor said and what the CFO said, the head of the traders or the vendors. I've not seen any sign of that yet.
Yeah, you've not seen any efforts, I mean, to see them clearing the drainage systems in Farafenni?
Yes, no sign of that yet at all.
So they are still, I mean, throwing things inside the drainage?
Since my last report, things are still as it is. No change, nothing actually.
So what is the area council doing? I mean, it's under their jurisdiction to make sure the place is clean.
Area council, I would say, they are faced with lots and lots of challenges. If you go there, you engage them or whatever, they will always complain. Manpower, they will complain about tractor, mobility to clear these things and everything. Because the last time I went to the office, I engaged the former councillor, who's now the chairman, in fact, because I told him, and he said to me, they don't have people who to work as garbage clearer, to be going around and everything, and then they don't have the tractor that they have is always not functioning. Simply complain. The market the market leader, the area council officer who is responsible for the market, that is his complaint always, the lack of workers and the mobility.
Well, so there is problem, there is trouble then. Mm-hmm. If the area council is not functional to carry out duties that are their responsibilities, I mean, at the end of the time, who is going to do the job for them?
Yes, can I come in, please?
Yes.
Added to that also, again, because as people always say, government can do it all, or the authorities cannot do it all. I think it is also imperative for the youth in the community to come up with initiatives to make sure the community area are done. Because right now, even the area council, they themselves, they can create job opportunities for the youth, like creating this, I call it the municipal police to be instituted, whereby they can get these people employed, and then from what they are doing, they get money to pay them their salaries. I think that is something that they can do and engage the youth.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
It's a good suggestion.
Yeah. But I think, Dawn, thank you so much for joining us. And it's good that, you know, over there you're focusing a lot on human interest stories, because that is what we need. You know, the voice of the people in the communities are very, very important. So keep, you know, working on those kinds of stories, because the impact is really significant. Have a good day in Farafenni. How is the weather there?
Go. It's good for you to come and enjoy the snow that is falling in Farafenni.
Oh!
It's very, 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 very hot. It's very cold, very, very cold. So you can come and enjoy it.
That's the opposite.
Well, Don, are you laughing at us in the studio?
That's the opposite. That's the opposite. I know that's the opposite.
Well, Don, I did not get my Tobaski ram.
No, forget about the Tobaski ram. Come and enjoy the weather. Very hot. Very hot.
All right. Thank you so much, Don Williams, for joining us. It's always good to, you know, have you here. Yes.
Thank you, Geneva.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, and have a good day. Yeah.
Ibrahim, I think that is all we have time for.
Yes,
so I'm aware that the Commission of Inquiry is not coming on today, you know, but hopefully.
Well, it was supposed to be 10 o'clock.
Okay, it was supposed to be, yeah. Probably due to reasons beyond their control. But it was a good program, and I love the fact that you brought in the gossip aspect. You know, that proverb really was a good one, although we can't agree. You know, but that's the beautiful aspect of it as well.
It's important we focus on the society.
Yeah.
I mean, certain things that happen in the society and how we live daily.
Yeah.
You know, gossip is a thing that, I mean, it's part of us. I mean, we live by this daily, you know, every time people gossip here and there. So, I mean, putting a proverb like this on the program will, you know, ring a bell. Most people will be like, wow, they're talking about gossip. In case you're gossiping, I mean, stop gossiping.
Man de buga na ñu ma bug di gossip. Waaw, man de lolu daf may neex man.
Te jera ba nu mu ne gossip
man de buga na ñuy wax ci man parce que xolal
bala mo muna gossip like this morning bi this morning
xam nga man li ma gëm man óorut may dunda suma life. Understand nga, as a human being nit ñi waxuñ si man loolu dafa mel ni man progress suma man awma progress suma life waaw man dama bëgg nit ñi di wax na nit ñi di wax rek man loolu laa bëgg na nit ñi di kabudu di wax si man di wax lu nekk man loolu laa bëgg
guy mangoro sa su taxawee
beneen
taxaw bu gën a saf bi la ñoo dem jël si
so man la ñooy wax rek man loolu la dama bëgg nit ñi di wax si man rek continuer leen di wax waaye di spéculer rek yoo xam ne amut ak yooyu naan Ibrahima Balde génn ba Sonko balaa
gaay di lifin ne le nga folee feneen
ma folee feneen janax day bari pax waaye yow ba beneen inshallah ba ëllëg endu leen ak jàmm
bye bye